Now we're going to take you out to the Valley Humane Society with Animal Control Officer Roy Ficken with a short reminder about some of the great services they can provide.
Good day. Today we are honored to have Gandalf visit the Valley Humane, and next to me is Steve, who's the Executive Director. Steve, welcome to the Cop Show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
We received Gandalf, I should say, received some emails about the building going on Nevada Street, and so we thought it would be a good idea to show our viewers what the new building is. So be our guest and describe what the building behind us is.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity to both you and Gandalf. And basically, Valley Humane Society is preparing to move into a new facility right next to our current facility here on Nevada Street in Pleasanton that will allow us to more than double our space and give us the capacity to bring in and hopefully find permanent, forever homes for a lot more dogs and cats in our area.
And when do you think you will be done?
Well, as you can see, the construction is well underway and we're very, very close to the completion of this building. Our hope is that sometime in the early to mid-spring of 2011 that we'll be at a point of being ready to move completely into this building, move all of our operations, all the animals over and all of our personnel in order to be able to operate completely out of this building in the spring.
Well, they've come a long way since 1982, I believe.
1987 when we started on Spring Street in a little tiny facility that hardly had room even for any cats.
That's true.
And moved over here about 4 years ago to Nevada Street, still in a temporary facility, but one that gave us a little more capacity both to house animals and to provide an atmosphere for people to come in and make the connection with the animals and adopt. And it also has given us the expanded opportunity to grow many of our programs to the community.
Well, could Gandalf and the viewers take a look inside? The building is not completed, but let's take a look inside.
We'll be glad to take you inside and show you around and point to those areas we can't get to right now, but yes.
Thank you. Steve, what room are we standing in?
Right now, this is our multi-purpose room in the new building, Roy, and this is a great addition to what we currently have. This room provides us with an opportunity to hold workshops and seminars to expand our education and program opportunities to the public. And in fact, this room can also be made available to other groups from the outside, giving us the opportunity to even serve the community more effectively by being a service to a number of other groups.
Good. How big is this shelter?
The new shelter is about 5,200 square feet, which more than doubles our current space. We're now in a modular building that has about 2,100 square feet, so this is going to be a vast improvement.
Now, I've heard that you're going to have dogs and cats.
Oh yes, that's another big change. In our current shelter, although we do adopt out dogs, right now we're completely dependent upon foster homes for the dogs. And while we still want to use foster families as a way of helping to acclimate these animals to their forever homes, we will have the ability in the new building, in this building, to actually house dogs on site and to be able to kennel them here. And we even have an outside area where they'll be able to have their own dog run.
Steve, where did the money come from to do this fantastic job?
I'm glad you asked that, because what happened back in 2005, there was a retired teacher from the Livermore School District by the name of Joyce Keeler who passed away and left a bequest of $1.4 million to Valley Humane Society, which allowed us to do the basic architectural work and construction on this building. And while you can see the building itself is going up and is almost complete, we still have opportunities for people to donate for the completion of this building, to equip and furnish, to help us move forward with the operating needs as we get in, particularly to the first year in this building, and actually we're providing the public with naming opportunities, so donors, either individuals or corporations, who would like to make a significant contribution to Valley Humane Society can actually have an entire room or area of this building named for them. And even those who may feel like they can't contribute a significant amount, we're going to have on the outside of the building a donor wall where we'll have tiles that people can purchase for as little as $250 and recognize a favored pet or a loved one, another person, and have that permanently out there on that wall for everyone to see.
Sounds very good. Steve, with the building, what type of programs are you going to be having now?
Well, we're obviously going to continue with many of the key programs that we already have, outreaches to the community through things like pet therapy and Keeler's Kids, which is a program that we take into the public schools. But we will also have the opportunity with this space and with just the expanded facility overall to bring people in to do a number of workshops here. We have something in the summertime we call Critter Camp, which is designed for kids ages 9 to 12. And in the past, because of our limited space, we've had to conduct the majority of that program in field trips outside of our own facility. Now with this expanded space, we will have the ability to conduct the majority of that program in-house. We'll also be able to provide additional opportunities for our volunteers to be trained, to bring in outside training, to help them become better equipped to not only manage and work with our animals internally, but to be able to work in outside programs such as pet therapy and other programs that serve our community and the pet owners throughout this area.
Valley Humane sure has come a long way, a long way. Is there any other thing you want Gandalf's viewers to know about the Valley Humane?
Well, just that we're here, we're up and running right now, even in our current modular building, and we want to make sure everybody keeps an eye on announcements throughout the local area as we get into the spring of 2011, just to see when we're going to be having our grand opening, our ribbon cutting. We really want the community to be involved in everything that we're doing. Plenty of volunteer opportunities now and in the future.
So what are the office hours?
Our office hours, we're open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And why don't you give them, our viewers, the phone number?
The phone number here is area code 925-426-8656, and you can find us on the web at valleyhumane.org.
Thank you, sir. Gandalf appreciates this and is looking forward to a grand opening in late spring of 2000?
Mid to late spring.
Late spring. Thank you.
Now it's time to highlight the accomplishments of some of our own in our Employee Spotlight.
First, we would like to congratulate Chief Mike Frazier on his retirement in November of 2010. Mike began his career with the Pleasanton Police Department in January of 1980. During his 27-year career, he enjoyed multiple assignments, including patrol officer, field training officer, motorcycle officer, detective sergeant, and SWAT commander. Mike began his rise to the top when he was promoted to the rank of sergeant in 1987 and then to the rank of lieutenant in 1992. He earned the rank of captain in 1995 and served as the commander of both the Operations Division and Investigations and Services Division. In 2007, upon the retirement of Chief Tim Neal, Pleasanton city officials chose Mike to lead the department as chief of police. Mike has lived in Pleasanton for over 20 years with his wife Diane. They have 2 daughters, Valerie and Stacy. We would also like to congratulate Lieutenant Tom Fenner and Lieutenant Mark Senkel, both of whom retired in December of 2010 from the Pleasanton Police Department, with over 50 years of law enforcement service combined between them. Lieutenant Mark Senkel began his law enforcement career in 1983 with the Alameda County Sheriff's Department. He joined the Pleasanton Police Department in 1986 and worked patrol and investigations. He was promoted to sergeant in 1990 and at different times was the investigations supervisor and patrol supervisor. He also was the SWAT team leader for several years. In 1995, Mark was promoted to lieutenant and served as canine supervisor, watch commander, SWAT team commander, special operations lieutenant, and investigations lieutenant. Mark has a bachelor's degree in science from San Diego State and a master's degree in public administration from Cal State East Bay. He is married and has 2 daughters and a 1-year-old granddaughter. Congratulations to Mark Senkel. Tom joined the police department in 1988 after working for Piedmont Police Department for 5 years. While at Pleasanton, Tom worked in many areas, including patrol, traffic, investigations, bicycle patrol, and was a field training officer. Upon his promotions, he worked as a supervisor for traffic and patrol and supervised the Support Services Division. He is married and has a daughter and 2 sons. Thank you very much for all of your service to all of our retirees.
That's going to wrap it up for this presentation of Cops in Pleasanton. The Pleasanton Police Department values your input, and we welcome any comments or suggestions for future segments.
You can reach us by calling at 925-931-5288. And remember, if you can prevent the risk,
You can prevent the crime.
take care.